The Alps, an awe-inspiring expanse of jagged summits and sweeping valleys stretching across the heart of Europe. These mountains have stood for millions of years, their ancient stones bearing witness to the relentless forces of nature and time. Here the world is sculpted by titanic forces. Glaciers grind their way through stone, carving deep valleys and leaving behind a landscape both breathtaking and forbidding. The peaks rise like the spires of a cathedral, their snow-draped crowns catching the first light of dawn, igniting the sky in hues of gold and rose. In these moments, the mountains seem almost gentle, silent guardians watching over the land below. But beneath this beauty lies a merciless heart. The Alps are Europe's formidable spine of rock and ice, a natural barrier that has shaped the continent's climate, culture and history. Their sheer scale and ruggedness have inspired legends and challenged explorers for centuries. But for the wild creatures that call these peaks home, every day is a test of survival. The wind howls across the ridges, scouring the slopes with icy ferocity. Snow and ice cling to the rocks, and avalanches thunder down the mountainsides, reshaping the land in an instant. The snow-capped peaks dazzle in the sun, glistening like a crown of diamonds atop the world. Yet for the animals that roam these heights, the glittering snow is both a blessing and a curse. Ibex and chamois pick their way across sheer cliffs, their hooves finding purchase where none seems possible. Marmots whistle warnings from rocky outcrops, ever watchful for the shadow of an eagle circling above. Each creature is a master of adaptation, their bodies and instincts honed by generations of struggle against the elements. The weather here is a force unto itself, unpredictable and often violent. One moment the sky is clear and the sun warms the slopes, coaxing wildflowers from the rocky soil. The next, clouds gather and unleash a storm, sending torrents of rain or snow cascading down the mountainsides. The same sun that melts the snow can trigger deadly rockfalls, while the wind sculpts the drifts into treacherous cornices. Every plant and animal is a testament to resilience, perfectly adapted to survive where few others can. Life clings to the edge, shaped by glaciers and avalanches over millions of years. The scars of ancient ice flows and rock slides are etched into every slope, telling a story of constant transformation. In the shadow of these peaks, every day is a battle for survival. The lynx stalks silently through the undergrowth, the chamois leaps from ledge to ledge, and the eagle rides the updrafts, eyes sharp for the slightest movement below. Their stories are epic sagas of tenacity in one of Earth's most demanding environments. The landscape is a living record of the Earth's restless energy, where nothing remains unchanged for long. Glaciers grind and retreat, avalanches sweep away the old and make way for the new. Edelweiss and alpine flowers bloom in the most unlikely places, their roots gripping the barest cracks in the rock. Every organism, from wildflower to predator, is a masterpiece of evolution, sculpted by these harsh conditions. For the creatures here, the mountains are not just scenery, they are the rules of life and death. Each animal, from the nimble ibex to the soaring eagle, has evolved remarkable skills to survive. Their lives are a delicate balance, forever at the mercy of the mountain's moods. From daring escapes to patient endurance, every day is a battle for survival. To truly understand the Alps, we must witness the lives that unfold in this unforgiving realm. Only by observing the daily struggles and triumphs of its inhabitants can we truly appreciate the power and majesty of these peaks. Here, every moment is a test of strength, and every life is a story of survival against the odds. This is the world of the majestic and merciless peaks, where nature reigns supreme and only the fittest endure. The Alps rise like ancient sentinels, their jagged crowns piercing the dawn sky. Here, Beauty is wild and untamed, etched by wind, carved by ice, and shaped by relentless time. This is not a gentle landscape, but one forged in the crucible of nature's fiercest forces. For a fleeting moment each summer, the lower slopes burst into life. Wildflowers paint the meadows in a riot of colour. Gentians, edelweiss, and poppies, clinging to the thin soil, defying the harshness that surrounds them. Their beauty is as brief as it is brilliant, a celebration of survival against the odds. Above the tree line the world changes. Only the toughest endure. Gnarled pines, their trunks twisted by relentless winds, and stubborn lichens painting the rocks in muted hues. Here life is pared down to its essentials, every plant and stone a testament to endurance. Glaciers, ancient and immense, grind their way through the valleys, sculpting the land with slow, unstoppable force. Their icy tongues spill into fields of shattered stone, where nothing soft survives. The landscape is stark, beautiful and unforgiving. In the blink of an eye, the weather can turn. Sunlit slopes vanish beneath swirling fog, and hidden crevasses yawn beneath a thin crust of snow. Thunder rumbles and rockfalls cascade down steep faces, a reminder that danger is never far away. Every inch of this realm demands respect. Even the smallest misstep can mean disaster. Here, survival is a daily struggle, and every living thing is shaped by the mountain's power. The Alps are a place of contrasts, savage and sublime, perilous and breathtaking. Their grandeur humbles all who witness it, a reminder of nature's might and mystery. For the animals that call this place home, the savage beauty is not a threat, but a way of life. Ibex scale sheer cliffs with effortless grace, chamois bound across impossible slopes, and marmots keep watch from their burrows, ever alert to danger. Generation after generation, these creatures have mastered the art of survival. Their instincts are honed by centuries of challenge, their lives woven into the very fabric of the mountains. In the Alps, every day is a testament to the fierce, untamed beauty of the wild. On sheer, vertiginous cliffs where the air is thin and the ground falls away into dizzying depths, the Alpine Ibex makes its home. Here, in a world sculpted by wind and ice, these remarkable animals have carved out a life that few others could endure. The wind whistles relentlessly around their sturdy forms, and clouds drift far below their hooves, turning the mountains into islands in the sky. The ibex, with its calm gaze and sure-footed stance, is perfectly at home in this dramatic, unforgiving landscape. The ibex is a true master of the mountains, moving with a confidence and grace that seems almost impossible on such rugged terrain. Each step is calculated, each leap measured. They traverse knife-edge ridges and leap across yawning chasms with a poise that defies belief. Their ability to move across steep, rocky slopes is legendary, and it is this skill that allows them to access the most remote and inaccessible parts of the Alps. One of their most striking features is their massive, curved horns. These impressive horns, which can grow up to a metre in length, are not just for show. They are living records of the ibex's age and experience, with each year adding a new ring. Among the herd, these horns are symbols of strength and status, and they play a crucial role in the social hierarchy. During the breeding season, the mountains echo with the thunderous clashes of horn against horn. Males engage in dramatic battles, rearing up on their hind legs before crashing down with all their might. These contests are not just displays of power, they are rituals that determine which males will earn the right to mate. The echoes of their collisions ring out across the rocky slopes, a testament to the fierce competition and the strength required to survive here. The ibex's secret weapon lies in its extraordinary hooves. Each hoof is split and equipped with hard, sharp edges that grip even the tiniest rock ledges, while soft, rubbery pads mould to the stone, providing incredible traction. This unique adaptation allows the ibex to move with astonishing agility, even on surfaces that appear almost vertical to the human eye. Thanks to these remarkable hooves, ibex can scale near vertical walls with ease. They ascend sheer cliffs in search of food, safety and solitude, reaching places that seem utterly inaccessible. Their movements are a blend of instinct and experience, honed over generations to master the art of vertical living. This skill is not merely a spectacle, it is a matter of life and death. Predators such as wolves and lynx prowl the lower slopes, but the ibex's ability to climb where few can follow is its greatest defense. When danger approaches, the herd ascends to dizzying heights, outpacing their pursuers and finding sanctuary on the steepest cliffs. High crags serve as their fortress and their larder. Here ibex graze on sparse alpine vegetation, tough grasses, mosses and lichens that cling to the rocks. They must constantly search for food, nibbling at whatever greenery they can find. It is a harsh existence, but the ibex is supremely adapted to make the most of these meagre resources. Mothers raise their young in these lofty refuges, teaching them from the very beginning how to survive in this vertical world. For the ibex kids, life begins with a daunting challenge. Within hours of birth, they must stand, walk, and follow their mothers across narrow ledges and steep cliffs. Every step is a lesson in survival, and the young quickly learn to trust their instincts and their hooves. The bond between mother and kid is strong, and the young are never far from their mother's side as they navigate this treacherous world. Every movement is a test of balance and precision. A single misstep can be fatal, so each step is taken with utmost care and instinctive skill. The ibex's body is built for this life, muscular, agile and perfectly balanced, with a low centre of gravity that helps them stay upright on the narrowest of ledges. Watching a herd of ibex traverse a sheer cliff is like witnessing a ballet of survival, a breathtaking display of coordination, trust and resilience. Each animal follows the one ahead, placing its hooves in the exact same spots, moving as one across the perilous terrain. This unity is vital, for in the mountains safety is found in numbers and in the wisdom of the herd. The Alpine Ibex is the very embodiment of survival against the odds, a living symbol of nature's ingenuity and the wild, untamed beauty of the high mountains. In this vertical world, every day is a test, and the ibex meets each challenge with grace, strength, and an unbreakable spirit. Above the jagged, snow-capped peaks, the golden eagle reigns supreme, a silent monarch of the alpine skies. With each powerful beat of its wings, it glides effortlessly on invisible currents, surveying its vast mountain kingdom from dizzying heights. Its wingspan stretches over 2 meters, allowing it to ride the rising thermals for hours without a single flap. From this lofty vantage, the eagle's piercing eyes, 8 times sharper than a human's, scan the rugged slopes and valleys below, searching for the faintest movement. When prey is spotted, a marmot sunning on a rock, or a mountain hare darting through the grass, the eagle tucks its wings and plunges earthward in a breathtaking stoop. Its descent is swift and silent, talons outstretched, ready to strike with astonishing speed and unerring precision. The golden eagle's nest, or eyrie, is built on sheer, inaccessible cliffs, far from the reach of predators. Here the pair fiercely guards their territory, returning year after year to the same rocky ledge, adding new branches and lining it with soft grass and wool. Raising a chick in this harsh environment demands unwavering dedication. Both parents share the duties, hunting tirelessly to bring food, shielding their young from biting winds and teaching the fledgling the art of flight and the secrets of the hunt. As a top predator, the golden eagle shapes the balance of life in the Alps. By preying on the weak and the sick, it keeps populations of small mammals in check, ensuring the health of the entire ecosystem. Its presence is a testament to the wildness of these mountains, a sign that the ancient rhythms of nature endure undisturbed by the outside world. To witness a golden eagle soaring above the Alps is to glimpse the very spirit of freedom, untamed, majestic, and eternal. Deep within the subalpine forests, where the snow muffles every sound and ancient pines stand like silent sentinels, the elusive Eurasian lynx prowls. Its world is a realm of shadows and silence, where every step is calculated, every movement hidden from prying eyes. With tufted ears that catch the slightest whisper of movement, snowshoe-like paws that spread its weight across the powdery drifts, and a spotted coat that melts into the dappled light, the lynx is a master of stealth and camouflage. Its senses are razor-sharp, tuned to the rhythm of the wild. The lynx is an ambush predator, relying on patience and precision. It waits sometimes for hours, hidden beneath the low boughs or behind a snow-dusted trunk, watching as a roe deer grazes nearby. When the moment is right, it springs with silent power, closing the distance in a heartbeat. Sometimes the lynx sets its sights on the nimble chamois, navigating rocky outcrops and tangled roots with ghostly grace. Its hunting grounds stretch from dense forests to rugged slopes, each terrain demanding a different kind of cunning. Solitary and secretive, the Eurasian lynx roams territories that can span hundreds of square kilometres. It moves like a shadow, rarely crossing paths with its own kind and even more rarely seen by human eyes. Its world is one of isolation, but also of freedom. In spring, hidden deep within the forest, a mother lynx raises her kittens in a secluded den. She teaches them the art of survival, how to move unseen, how to listen to the forest's secrets, and how to hunt with patience and skill. Each lesson is vital, for the wild is unforgiving. The lynx's presence is felt throughout the ecosystem. By keeping deer and chamois populations in check, it prevents overgrazing, allowing young trees and delicate plants to thrive. The balance it brings is subtle, but essential for the health of the alpine forests. The silent presence of the Eurasian lynx is a testament to nature's resilience, a symbol of the wild's enduring spirit. In the heart of the Alps, where the forest breathes and the snow falls undisturbed, the lynx endures, a living echo of true wilderness. High above the tree line, where icy winds sweep across barren slopes and only the hardiest life endures, the rock ptarmigan has mastered the art of survival by becoming nearly invisible. Here, in this harsh, alpine world, every shadow and stone can mean the difference between life and death. In the brief alpine summer, the ptarmigan's feathers transform into a patchwork of browns and greys, perfectly mimicking the lichen-speckled rocks and sparse vegetation. This camouflage is so effective that even a careful observer might overlook the bird as it sits motionless among the stones, watching for danger. As the seasons shift and the first snows fall, the ptarmigan undergoes a remarkable change. Its plumage turns pure white, erasing any trace of colour, allowing it to vanish against the endless expanse of snow. This transformation is not just for show, it is a vital shield against the keen eyes of predators. When danger approaches, the ptarmigan's instinct is to freeze, relying on its flawless disguise. Motionless, it becomes a ghost in the landscape, invisible to foxes, eagles, and other hunters that roam the alpine heights. But camouflage is only one of its many adaptations. The ptarmigan's feet are thickly feathered, acting like natural snowshoes that spread its weight and keep it from sinking into the drifts. When the cold bites hardest, It digs deep burrows in the snow, creating insulated shelters that trap precious warmth through the long, frigid nights. The ptarmigan's diet is as flexible as its plumage. In summer it feasts on tender alpine berries, leaves and flowers, gathering energy for the leaner months ahead. When winter locks the landscape in ice, it turns to tougher fare, gnawing on twigs, buds and whatever hardy vegetation it can find poking through the snow. Each day is a relentless quest for survival. The ptarmigan must constantly search for food, braving blizzards and biting winds, always alert for the silent approach of predators. Its world is one of extremes, where only the most adaptable can endure. Every aspect of the ptarmigan's life is a lesson in adaptation. From its ever-changing cloak to its resourceful foraging and ingenious shelters, it proves that in the wild Alps, blending in is not just a strategy. It is a way of life, as powerful as any weapon. In these high, silent mountains, survival belongs to those who can disappear. For the ptarmigan, invisibility is the ultimate shield, a quiet triumph in a world ruled by the fittest. In the heart of the Alps, every dawn signals the start of a relentless struggle. For every creature, survival is not guaranteed. It must be earned day after day, in a world where the rules are written by nature itself. Food is scarce, especially in winter. Energy is life's currency. A mountain hare paws through the snow, searching for the faintest trace of green, while a red deer scrapes at the frozen ground, hoping to uncover a few nourishing roots. Marmots spend the brief alpine summer in a frenzy of eating, their days filled with the rustle of grass and the warmth of the sun. Every mouthful builds the fat reserves that will sustain them through the long, frozen months underground, where they huddle together, motionless, surviving without food or water until spring's return. Predators like the lynx move silently through the undergrowth, every muscle tensed, every sense alert. Above, the golden eagle rides the mountain winds, its sharp eyes scanning for the slightest movement. Prey like the chamois must remain ever vigilant, their lives balanced on a knife's edge, always ready to leap to safety at the first sign of danger. A single mistake, a slip on a rock, a moment's distraction, can mean death. The chamois, nimble and sure-footed, must navigate treacherous cliffs, while marmots dash for their burrows as shadows pass overhead. Every day is a test of skill, instinct and luck. Predator and prey are locked in a delicate dance, each shaping the other's fate. The lynx's patience is matched by the chamois's vigilance. The eagle's speed is countered by the marmot's alarm calls echoing across the valley. The fox, nose to the ground, stalks the ptarmigan, whose feathers mirror the rocks and snow. The slightest sound, a crunch of frost, a flutter of wings, can tip the balance between life and death. The eagle hunts the marmot, diving with breathtaking speed. The marmot, ever watchful, must sense danger before it strikes, vanishing underground in the blink of an eye. Each must outwit the other to survive. This web of interactions, predator and prey, hunter and hunted, defines alpine life. Every species, from the smallest insect to the mightiest eagle, is woven into this intricate tapestry, each action rippling through the ecosystem. Here, endurance, awareness and adaptability are the keys to existence. In the wild Alps, only those who master the daily battle for survival can hope to see another dawn. In the heart of the Alps, the weather is not merely a backdrop. It is a living, breathing force, unpredictable and unyielding. The mountains are shaped by the elements, their jagged peaks and deep valleys carved by centuries of wind, snow and ice. Every creature that calls these heights home must bow to the will of the weather, for here the elements rule with an iron fist. Storms can materialize in the blink of an eye, sweeping across the ridges with a fury that transforms the landscape. One moment the sky is clear and silent, the next thunder rumbles and lightning forks through the clouds as hurricane-force winds lash the slopes. Snow descends in blinding sheets, erasing all traces of the world beneath, burying trails and swallowing entire forests in a suffocating white silence. The air itself becomes a weapon, stinging and sharp, as temperatures plummet and visibility vanishes. For the animals, survival is a daily test of endurance and ingenuity. Mountain goats, with their dense winter coats, cling to rocky ledges, their breath steaming in the frigid air. Foxes curl into hollows beneath the snow, insulated from the worst of the storm. Ptarmigans, nearly invisible in their white plumage, huddle beneath overhanging rocks, waiting for the winds to subside. Every movement is calculated, every calorie conserved, as the animals ride out the tempest in whatever shelter they can find. But the most fearsome display of the element's power comes with the avalanche. Triggered by a sudden warming or the weight of new snow, the mountains release their pent-up energy in a roaring torrent. The ground shudders as tons of snow and ice break free, thundering down the slopes, uprooting ancient trees and obliterating everything in their path. In mere seconds, a tranquil valley is transformed into a wasteland of shattered timber and suffocating snow, a stark reminder of nature's indifference. Yet even in devastation, the mountains offer the promise of renewal. Where avalanches have swept the land clean, sunlight reaches the forest floor for the first time in years. Seeds, long buried, sense the warmth and begin to sprout. Mosses and wildflowers push through the debris, reclaiming the land. The cycle of destruction and rebirth is endless, each disaster paving the way for new life to flourish. The animals have learned to read the mountain's moods with uncanny precision. Marmots dig deep tunnels beneath the snow, emerging only when the storm has passed. Ibex seek refuge beneath rocky overhangs, their bodies pressed close to the stone for warmth. Snow hares bound across drifts, their large feet keeping them afloat, while lynx move like shadows through the forest, silent and unseen. Each species has its own strategy, honed by generations of survival in this harsh domain. Instinct is their greatest ally. Ibex and chamois pause, nostrils flaring, sensing the subtle shift in air pressure that signals an approaching storm. Eagles ride the turbulent winds, searching for prey exposed by the snow. Every animal is attuned to the faintest cues, the texture of the snow beneath their hooves, the scent of moisture on the wind, the distant rumble of shifting ice. These senses are their lifeline, allowing them to anticipate danger and seek safety before disaster strikes. This knowledge is not learned in a single lifetime, but passed down through countless generations. The oldest lead the way, their experience guiding the young through blizzards and across treacherous slopes. Eyes scan the horizon, searching for signs of danger or opportunity. In the Alps, survival is a communal effort, a legacy of wisdom etched into the very bones of those who endure. The elements demand humility and adaptation. The wind scours the plateaus, stripping away all but the hardiest life. Frost clings to every surface, and ice crystals form on the fur of those who brave the open. Only those who yield to the mountain's moods, who bend rather than break, can hope to survive. In the Alps, survival is not about conquering nature, but about living in harmony with its unforgiving power. Here every creature finds its place in a world shaped by wind, snow and stone, a world where only the most adaptable, the most resilient and the most respectful of the elements can endure. In the wild heart of the Alps, every creature is a master of survival, each day a lesson in resilience and adaptation. Here the ibex teaches us the art of balance, not just on the narrowest ledges, but in life itself. With sure-footed grace it navigates sheer cliffs, trusting in instinct and experience, showing that even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome with patience and skill. Above, the golden eagle rides the mountain winds, eyes sharp for opportunity. It reminds us that sometimes we must rise above our challenges, seeing the bigger picture and seizing the moment when it comes. The eagle's flight is a lesson in perspective and boldness, gliding effortlessly where others would falter. Hidden among the rocks and snow, the ptarmigan survives by becoming invisible, its feathers changing with the seasons. It teaches us the value of adaptation, how blending in, staying flexible, and knowing when to move or stay still can mean the difference between life and death in a world of constant change. Beneath the snow, the marmot endures the long, harsh winter in deep hibernation. Its lesson is one of patience and preparation, of knowing when to conserve energy and wait for the right moment to emerge. The marmot's quiet endurance is a testament to the power of rest and resilience. In the high summits, strength is not measured by force, but by endurance, cleverness, and the bonds of community. Ibex move together for safety, marmots warn each other of danger, and even the smallest creatures find ways to thrive by working together. The ever-changing weather, the shifting snows, and the blooming of wildflowers after the thaw all remind us of nature's power and the beauty of the untamed. Here, survival is not about conquering the mountain, but about adapting to its rhythms and respecting its wildness. The stories of these animals inspire us to face our own challenges with courage, ingenuity, and a deep respect for the world around us. In the high mountains, life's tenacity is a lesson for us all, a reminder that even in the harshest places, beauty and strength endure. Gap 3S. As we journey through the rugged peaks and valleys of the Alps, we often overlook the silent, steadfast inhabitants that paint the landscape with bursts of colour and life, the resilient flora. These plants, though seemingly delicate, hold secrets to survival that rival even the mightiest of the alpine creatures. Gap 1S, the edelweiss with its star-shaped blooms, is a symbol of the Alps. Nestled in rocky crevices and high-altitude meadows, this plant has adapted to the harsh mountain environment with a thick woolly coat of hairs that protect it from the cold and intense UV radiation. Its presence is a testament to nature's ingenuity, thriving where few others can. Gap 1S. Then there's the Alpine pasque flower, a harbinger of spring, emerging even before the snow has fully melted. Its vibrant purple petals and fuzzy stems are not just beautiful, they are a masterclass in cold resistance. The plant's ability to flower at near-freezing temperatures showcases the resilience required to flourish in such an unforgiving climate. Gap 1S, the glacier buttercup, is another marvel of adaptation. Found near the edges of receding glaciers, it has evolved to take advantage of the brief growing season, completing its life cycle in a matter of weeks. Its bright yellow flowers not only add a splash of colour to the barren landscape, but also signal the tenacity of life in the face of constant change. Gap 1S. Among the rocks, the saxifrage plants spread their roots into the tiniest of cracks, extracting nutrients from the most barren soils. Their name, derived from the Latin's axum for rock and frangere, to break, speaks to their incredible ability to thrive in seemingly impossible conditions. They remind us that persistence and finding opportunities in the smallest places can lead to growth and survival. Gap 1S. The alpine poppy, with its delicate papery petals, stands resilient against the alpine winds. Its ability to sway and bend without breaking is a lesson in flexibility and strength, enduring the elements with grace. This flower's existence in such a harsh environment is a quiet yet powerful testament to the adaptability of life. Gap 1S. These plants, with their unique adaptations and remarkable resilience, are a vital part of the alpine ecosystem. They provide food and shelter for countless creatures, stabilize the soil, and add to the breathtaking beauty of the mountains. Their stories of survival are intertwined with those of the animals, each one a chapter in the larger narrative of life in the high summits. Gap 1S. In the Alps, every bloom, every leaf, and every root is a reminder that life, no matter how small or seemingly fragile, holds a strength that can withstand the harshest of environments. The resilient flora of the Alps teaches us that beauty and perseverance can thrive even in the most extreme conditions, inspiring us to find our own ways to adapt and flourish amidst life's challenges. Gap 3S. Hidden beneath the vibrant flora and rugged terrain of the Alps lies a world often overlooked yet teeming with life, the secret world of alpine insects. These small but mighty creatures play an essential role in the delicate balance of this high-altitude ecosystem, showcasing incredible adaptations and survival strategies. Gap 1S. Take, for instance, the alpine bumblebee. Despite the often freezing temperatures, this hardy insect has developed a thick, insulating coat of fur and the ability to shiver its flight muscles to generate heat. By doing so, it can forage for nectar and pollen from early blooming alpine flowers, ensuring its survival and that of its colony. Gap 1S. The alpine grasshopper, another remarkable inhabitant, has evolved to blend seamlessly into its rocky surroundings. Its cryptic coloration provides excellent camouflage against predators. Additionally, this grasshopper can withstand the extreme temperature fluctuations of the alpine environment by basking in the sun's rays during the day and seeking shelter under rocks at night. Gap 1S. Then there's the snow flea, a small, wingless insect that thrives in the snow-covered regions of the Alps. Unlike many other insects, the snow flea produces a unique antifreeze protein that prevents its bodily fluids from freezing, allowing it to remain active even in sub-zero temperatures. This adaptation is crucial for its role in decomposing organic matter, contributing to nutrient cycling in this harsh landscape. Gap 1S. The alpine beetle is another fascinating creature. With its hard exoskeleton and slow metabolism, it can endure long periods of cold and limited food availability. These beetles are often found under rocks and logs, where they feed on decaying plant material, playing a vital role in breaking down organic matter and enriching the soil. Gap 1S. Among the most captivating are the alpine butterflies, whose life cycles are meticulously timed to the brief alpine summer. These butterflies lay their eggs on specific host plants that will provide food for their larvae. The caterpillars grow rapidly during the short growing season, eventually transforming into butterflies that will continue the cycle of life high in the mountains. Gap 1S. These insects, though small, are indispensable to the alpine ecosystem. They pollinate flowers, decompose organic matter, and serve as food for other wildlife. Their presence ensures the continuity of life in the Alps, demonstrating that even the tiniest creatures have a significant impact on the environment. Gap 1S. The hidden world of alpine insects reveals a microcosm of resilience and adaptation. Each species, with its unique strategies for survival, contributes to the intricate web of life that sustains the alpine landscape. These insects remind us that every life form, no matter how small, plays a crucial role in the natural world, teaching us the importance of every link in the chain of life. As the seasons shift, the Alps are transformed into a living canvas, each brushstroke painted by the hand of nature. Spring arrives with a gentle thaw, melting the last remnants of winter snow and awakening a chorus of life. Alpine meadows burst into colour as crocuses and gentians push through the softening earth, their blooms attracting newly emerged butterflies and bees. Rivers swollen with meltwater carve lively paths down the mountainsides, nourishing the land below. With the arrival of summer, the high pastures become a tapestry of wildflowers, and wildlife flourishes in the brief abundance. Ibex and chamois graze on lush grasses, while marmots bask in the sun, ever watchful for circling golden eagles above. The days are long and vibrant, yet the window of warmth is fleeting. Autumn brings a subtle transformation. The air turns crisp and the golden hues of larch and beech trees set the slopes ablaze with colour. Many animals prepare for the coming cold. Marmots retreat to their burrows, and ptarmigans exchange their mottled feathers for winter-white camouflage. Insects retreat beneath the surface, seeking shelter from the chill. Winter returns with silent authority, cloaking the peaks in pristine snow. The landscape appears still, but life persists in hidden ways. Lynx and foxes leave delicate tracks across the frozen ground, and alpine hares don their snowy coats. The world is hushed, awaiting the promise of spring's renewal. Through these cycles, the Alps reveal their resilience and beauty, a landscape in perpetual motion, where every season brings new challenges and opportunities for the wildlife that call these heights home. The ever-changing tapestry of the Alps is a testament to nature's enduring spirit, a reminder that transformation is the heartbeat of life in the mountains. Amidst the towering peaks and rugged valleys of the Alps, glaciers and snowfields stand as formidable architects of the landscape. These ancient rivers of ice, some stretching back thousands of years, carve their way through the mountains with relentless force. As they advance and retreat, glaciers sculpt the land, chiseling deep valleys, creating jagged ridges, and leaving behind a legacy of moraines and glacial lakes. In the heart of winter, snow blankets the Alps in a pristine white shroud. This snowpack serves as a vital reservoir, storing water that will sustain the ecosystem through the warmer months. As temperatures rise, the melting snow feeds alpine streams and rivers, ensuring a steady supply of fresh water for plants and animals alike. The presence of glaciers and perennial snowfields also plays a crucial role in regulating the alpine climate. Their reflective surfaces bounce sunlight back into the atmosphere, helping to moderate temperatures and maintain a delicate balance. This cooling effect creates microclimates that support unique communities of flora and fauna adapted to the harsh conditions. Beneath the surface, the slow movement of glacial ice grinds rock into fine sediment, enriching the soil with minerals. This nutrient-rich substrate supports a diverse array of plant life, from hardy mosses and lichens to vibrant wildflowers that bloom in the brief alpine summer. The meltwater also nourishes alpine meadows, providing a lifeline for grazing animals and the predators that depend on them. Yet the glaciers and snowfields of the Alps are not static. They are dynamic entities, responding to the ever-changing climate. In recent decades, many glaciers have been in retreat, their once mighty tongues shrinking back towards the peaks. This retreat is a stark reminder of the fragility of the alpine ecosystem and the interconnectedness of all its elements. Even as they diminish, the glaciers and snowfields continue to shape the Alps, their influence felt in every corner of the landscape. They are the silent sculptors, the keepers of time, and the lifeblood of the mountains. In their icy embrace, the story of the Alps unfolds, a testament to the power and resilience of nature. Through the ages, the glaciers and snowfields have been both creators and sustainers, their legacy etched into the very fabric of the Alps. They remind us that in the high summits, as in life, change is the only constant, and from that change springs the enduring beauty of the alpine world. As the sun dips behind the jagged skyline, a hush settles over the Alps. The world of daylight retreats, but in its place a new realm awakens, one veiled in shadows and mystery. The nocturnal life of the Alps is as rich and dynamic as that seen under the midday sun, though much of it remains hidden from human eyes. In the moonlit silence, the alpine marmot slips from its burrow, whiskers twitching, foraging quietly for roots and tender shoots. Above, the elusive alpine owl glides silently between ancient pines, its feathers specially adapted for stealthy flight, allowing it to hunt with ghost-like precision. Tiny eyes gleam among the rocks. The snow vole, a master of concealment, darts between crevices, its pale fur blending seamlessly with the stones and lingering snow patches. Meanwhile, the mountain hare, now cloaked in white, navigates the darkness with heightened senses, ever alert to the faintest sound or scent of danger. In the meadows, bats flit through the cool air, using echolocation to snatch moths and beetles. Their agile wings make them acrobats of the night, weaving between wildflowers and over icy streams. Even predators have adapted to the nocturnal rhythm. The Eurasian lynx, so rarely seen during the day, prowls the forest edge under the cover of darkness. Its keen hearing and sharp eyesight make it a formidable hunter, capable of detecting the softest rustle of prey in the undergrowth. Night in the Alps is not a time of silence, but of subtle activity, a symphony of rustles, calls and fluttering wings. Each creature, from the tiniest insect to the top predator, carries adaptations honed by countless generations, enhanced senses, camouflaged coats and quiet movement. In these quiet hours, the Alps reveal another side of their wild heart. The nocturnal world, shaped by necessity and ingenuity, is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life at the roof of Europe. Beneath the stars and the glimmer of the moon, the story of survival continues, hidden in the shadows until dawn returns once more. High above the valleys, woven through every crag and meadow, is an invisible tapestry, a web of life binding the Alps together. Each creature, from the smallest insect to the soaring eagle, plays a vital role in this delicate balance, shaping and sustaining the ecosystem in ways both subtle and profound. At the heart of these mountains, alpine grasses and hardy wildflowers capture sunlight, transforming it into energy and nourishing the herbivores that roam the slopes. The nimble ibex grazes on steep ledges, while marmots and hares nibble on tender shoots in the meadows below. Their foraging shapes the landscape, controlling plant growth and dispersing seeds across the hillsides. Predators, too, are crucial threads in this web. The golden eagle patrols the skies, its sharp eyes searching for unsuspecting marmots, hares, or even young chamois. The stealthy lynx stalks the forests, keeping rodent and deer populations in check. Even the smallest carnivores, like the stoat, play their part, regulating numbers of insects and small mammals. Scavengers and decomposers, often unseen, ensure nothing goes to waste. Beetles and alpine ants break down fallen leaves and animal remains, returning nutrients to the soil. Fungi and mosses thrive in the damp shadows, enriching the earth and nurturing new plant life. Each connection is vital. A decline in one species ripples outward, affecting others in surprising ways. When marmots flourish, eagles and foxes thrive. When wildflowers bloom, insects swarm, feeding birds and bats. This intricate network keeps the alpine world in harmony, a living testament to the power of balance and interdependence. In the Alps, survival is never a solitary endeavour. Every life is bound to another, forming a resilient, ever-evolving community. Here, the story of one is, in truth, the story of all.